What has happened in Boat Harbour is definitely environmental racism. This happens across Canada way too often with our First Nations communities. And, you know, a corporation will come in and they will do what they can to extract the resources that they need.
The Northumberland Strait is a breeding ground for lobsters and for herring and mackerel and rock crab, everything that our community fishes on, right? So if we go in there and destroy the habitat for them to reproduce in that, we're generally going to be
People from the reserve, they've been fighting this for 51 years, and it's the fishermen, the non-native fishermen that have been joining them. It's just, this mill is no good. The pipeline, it's going to ruin our fishery.
Yeah. We all came together for a common interest.
For too long, they've tried to take advantage of First Nations people, but it's going to come to a stop because First Nations people across this nation are rising up.
No point! No point! Go back! Go home! Everybody's ready. We're throwing this, trying to fall up the top on that survey boat right there that's coming in. It'll kill our fishing. If they don't know what the bottom's like, they can't lay that pipeline in, right? And the only way we're going to be able to stop this is to stop that from surveying the ocean floor. They probably never ever thought they'd have this much resistance. This whole area depends on fishing. It's the #1 main industry for northern Nova Scotia. My name is Warren Patrick Francis. I belong to the Mi'kmaq tribe. I'm from Pictou First Nation. I'm a self-employed fisherman. Our community has been dealing with a lot of asthma, a lot of breathing problems, and I blame it all on this plant here. We've been living 50 years with this garbage. Northern pulp uses a bleaching process to make their paper white. They have to get rid of all the stuff that comes out of the wood, like all the discoloration and all the heavy solubles and stuff like that. And they got to take it somewhere to be treated. And then they got to dump it somewhere because it's too caustic to run through their pipes. When the water first gets here from the plant, it takes 28 days to get here and to go through the whole process and to leave it to the Northumberland Strait there. The new system they're proposing is only going to take a few hours, and then they're going to pump it straight out to the strait. The smell is horrible. I mean, I've even breathed it through my mouth so I don't have to smell it. But the steam and everything that's coming off this hot water is just, oh, it's sickening. This far corner here is where our reserve is located, and right here is Boat Harbour, where the treated effluent goes into. It's not even a kilometer, so we've been living with this poison all our lives. We've shot deer and rabbits, and then when we go to gut them, and we find lumps in them, so we sent them to DNR for testing, and they're full of cancers. We're going to check the clarity of the water. This is where the outfall for Boat Harbour, which treats northern pulp's effluent. This goes out into the Northumberland Strait, and this stuff like this is that's going to be going into the strait. And that water is very clean. You can see it even purple there. There's two families in there that fish, and this is where our fisheries manager lives, and his wife fishes. And the other guy, he works for my brother in fishing. He's employed by fishing. This fight isn't just with the fishermen, it's with our community as well. And this, the leader of our community, Chief Annie Paul, which is my sister, and she's the voice of our people.
Because we've dealt with this for such a long time, trust is such a big word. In the community, people don't trust the water. So a lot of people won't drink out of their taps because they're worried that, maybe there's contamination in our water. People don't trust the air. And then there's the trust of the soil. If I plant a garden, is it safe to eat? And that's been a huge one. Traditionally, that's what people did, right? We planted food, we fished, we hunted, and we gathered our traditional medicines. All of those were taken away from us.
They had farms and everything else, and everybody shared the work and everybody shared the profits. We're strong, healthy people. Now we're all full of cancer and whatnot, and there's a lot of people that have died from it already. But there's nothing that says it's because of the mill. There has been no proof of it.
The mill is way over there, and why did they decide all of a sudden to put the pipe all the way down to the reserve? It's not a coincidence. They just have no respect for Native people.
It's been a struggle for our community for such a long time. My people never had a voice. Every time an elder passes or a community member passes, that's another person that doesn't get to see the end result.
Unproven science that they want to do in here. It's just like a big experiment.
Oh, that's all it is. That's all it'll ever be.
Yeah.
They can tell you can drink it and this and that and the other thing, but it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, they have no idea what it'll do down the road. None. Like,
No, that's right. Our government ones.
He said 118, somebody else goes,
And
I'm out.
it's like the treatment.
And then this buddy
County
called
is
me
a
and
septic
said, I'll
system.
sell you 6
All of
shots.
our crap goes in our water,
All right.
our air.
How much?
We're tired.
We fish lobsters, herring, mackerel, rock crab, scallops, snow crab.
Fishing, it's not only a job, it's a way of life, It's something we love doing, We love getting up every morning and going fishing. Without the fishing industry, it would be a ghost town around here. Like all our money we make, we spend local. And in the mill, their profits, they go overseas. We're not backing down. We'll keep fighting right to the end.